I'm Katie Spencer for WSUCougars.com, and this week we're catching up with senior middle distance runner Redman. Let's walk the track. You grew up in India, made the transition to the United States. Tell us a little bit about that and the backstory.
I was born in Calcutta, India, around 8 months. My parents now were looking for a child and they decided to adopt from India.
You have one sister. Did you guys grow up playing, any sports together, running track against each other? What was that relationship like?
Me and my sister were very close when we were younger. We played a lot of every sport together. Hockey was our main one that we got to bond the most with. She kind of went off her way and I decided to go off in the track way.
When you're not competing with track or at school, what do you like to do outside?
I'm a huge car enthusiast, love messing with any kind of car and any kind of hockey. I fall up to date with any hockey style out there from the NHL all the way to junior leagues.
You're part of an IAWW organization. What does that stand for and what does the organization represent?
It's the Indian Association of Western Washington. This was actually a culture group that I went with. I got to go to Whidbey Island, spend a whole entire week with a ton of other Indian children just like me, and we would learn the culture, the food, the sports, the music, the dancing, and it was just one of those quickest ways I could be culturized as much as possible in India since I was over here in America.
And you have that tattooed on your arm along with a bunch of other tattoos from your Indian heritage. What do some of these tattoos represent?
I started going off trying to dedicate myself to India. I didn't know my culture as well when I was younger, and so I went with, this one was Shiva, was my first one, and then I went up to Durga Puja. And then my final one, Ganesha, all Indian gods that I learned throughout this camp as well. And then I even put simple stuff like my adoption dates and when I arrived in America. And it was just more of, I wanted to dedicate something to India that I could never have since I've never grew up there. I never got to live that kind of culture.
That's awesome. Well, thank you for being here today. I'm Katie Spencer for WSUCougars.com. Be sure to follow Hiron and the rest of WSU Track on WSUCougars.com. As always, go Cougs.
Go Cougs.